This is my 1 month post-trail update. I have been home for 1 month since through hiking the Appalachian Trail. And while it's only been a month, it feels so much longer than 1 month. I arrived back home August 13th and I went back to work on August 14th. So I jumped right back into the school year. I don't feel like the same person I was when I first got on trail. I have been surprised at how quickly post-trail depression happens. I miss the simplicity of the trail. When I was out there, I would wake up, I would eat, hike, make camp, go to sleep, and do it all over again. And that was so simple, and there weren't many distractions, and it wasn't very stressful in most senses. And so to come back to my regular life, the classroom is very stimulating, it's loud, and just responding to people, I so appreciate their congratulatory messages and wanting to know how the trail was, but it's hard to sum up my 5-month experience in one word. Like, how was your trip? Good, long, hard. If I were to do the trip differently, I would not have a timeline set. Like, I wouldn't have a time crunch. I think in that way my trip would be a lot different because I was limited to the number of zeros I felt I could take. Also, if I did it differently, I would have started off with a sleeping bag, not a quilt. I know there was something else, but now that I'm filming, I can't remember what else I would have done differently. I would have been more regimented in the beginning as far as waking up early and starting my day. The first month, I would just sleep in or sleep until I felt ready to get up. And it wasn't until later in my trip that I set the up at 5 out at 6 or up at 6 out at 7. And I think had I done that earlier in my trip, I could have got more miles in and maybe been more lenient with some of my Nero and zero days. Since being home, I have really enjoyed being able to shower every day. I've enjoyed being able to sleep in a bed. I like that I've got to see my family and friends and be with Joe. Nothing's quite like the trail though. And I find myself missing it a lot. Missing the community of the trail and the people of the trail and just the lifestyle. There's a quote that says, "Don't be sad it's over, be glad that it happened." As far as what's next, I've had some people ask if I am going to do the PCT or the CDT, and at this time I don't have any plans to through hike those trails, though I wouldn't mind doing some sections of them. The next thing that I'm looking forward to is celebrating my hiking partner Stairmaster's 30th birthday in New York with some trail friends. We're all very excited to get together again and reminisce while celebrating him. This is my cat, Buddy. I miss the woods. I miss the simplicity of it. I miss not having to do like household chores. I miss not having to do the dishes. As far as physical things go, in my mind I thought I would come back and I was gonna get into a walking routine right away and I was gonna be active and go on hikes. And when I got back for like the first 2 weeks, it was 100 degrees. So that didn't happen. I think I've been on 2 hikes since I've been home. My feet are fine. My big toes, I still can't feel the tips of them, but I was told on trail that those are called Christmas toes and that by December around Christmas you start to feel them again. So it's just like the tips of my big toes. Other than that, my feet are fine. They don't hurt. My knees are fine. Going up and down stairs, sometimes they like are creaky, but Another thing to go with my physical condition, and I wasn't sure if I was going to share it or not, but the last couple weeks of the trail I started to get these like blemishes on my legs. They looked like blisters or like little, I don't know, pus pockets, and they were down the front of my shins, and basically it was from not being able to bathe every day. It was like a bacterial thing, and so my legs looked horrendous when I got home, like so disgusting and gross, but since then have healed, thankfully. My hands are starting to heal. On trail, the first couple months, I think I lost 5 pounds, but by the end, I was maintaining the weight that I had started at. I did put on my blue hiking shorts over the weekend to paint the porch, and they were very snug. So needless to say, a month of town eating has put me back to my pre-hike body. I think the biggest changes are just mentally. It's hard to be back in this society when you know how simple you can live and be happy and content. And I am struggling with the fact that I have to have a job to have income to survive, and balancing that with I don't want to have a job. Lastly, I just want to say again how appreciative I am to all the people who have subscribed to my channel and left the nicest comments consistently week after week. My first few videos, I was awesome about responding to the comments, and I hope to go back through some of my older videos and respond to those of you who did leave those awesome comments, because I loved reading them. Stairmaster loved reading them. For future videos, what are you guys wanting to see? Do you want post-hike videos? Do you want gear videos? Do you want to know what gear I liked, what gear I didn't? Maybe drop me some suggestions in the comments below as to what you want to see. I know someone commented and asked about how I film videos and what I use to edit them, so I could do a video on that. After I posted my summit video, I've lost like 80 or 90 subscribers, so I'm trying not to be disheartened, because I know obviously that's what people do. They watch people through hike for a season and then that's it, but I didn't know if you guys were interested in more videos about like me and my life, or teaching, or me fishing, like I don't know. So if you want to keep seeing videos from me, let me know, and let me know what you want to see. I just happened to think one video that I do want to film in October with Stairmaster is our descent of Mount Katahdin and the amazing hitch that we had back to town. Something that I've enjoyed the past few weeks is seeing the rest of my trail friends summit and seeing their summit pictures, because I know the motions behind it and I'm so proud of them. So enjoy this montage of my friends summiting Mount Katahdin.